guys, how are you guys doing today? I know it's actually been a little bit since I've made a video in the last week or so. I've tried to do little pieces of just random things here and there with me and my kid, or just like little videos, a couple seconds here and there, just to let you all know that I'm still around. Holidays are over. I'm actually so glad. Work's been so busy, but I hope you all had really good holidays. Mine was really good. Kids had a really good Christmas and things like that. But so there's still drama in the media with the whole Katie, Joy, Leslie Bass, Uni, and then Steve deuced out of it. Can't say I blame him. It's just getting way too much. Ridiculous. And I mean, at this point, it's so hard to follow. It's just there's more people to the puzzle. There's more information, tidbits of things here and there. And just to be honest, I've just kind of wanted to see how things played out before I said anything. But I have been watching and keeping up with everything as much as I possibly can. I'm sure there's way more out there that I don't even know, or I haven't really touched base with or looked into. But one thing I do want to touch base with is, so apparently Katie Joy got some text messages, I believe they were through Facebook, from a girl, and the girl was actually trying to apologize for the things that she had involvement with for Katie Joy. And then things turned around, and the girl ended up getting really upset with Katie Joy and basically going off on Katie. And of course, if you watch Uni Rock's video, this is what confuses me a little bit when I watch Uni Rock's video. He was defending Katie as usual. That's what he does. And he was playing the voice recordings that was left for Katie Joy by the source, by the girl. And it sounded like this girl was just off the wall crazy. I mean, even I, no offense, but I thought, wow, like that's a little much. Like, what happened? But you didn't really get to know what happened. Katie was basically just gave that information to Uni to use in a video. But then did anybody else question about how that girl got to that point and why she got so angry? But basically it just shows how the girl being angry at Katie and then playing the voice recordings of the girl just going off on Katie. But how did she get to that point? Like, what happened? Because it didn't even show any of Katie's messages at all. I mean, did they have a long conversation? Did they speak at all? Did the girl just message her and go the hell off on her? I mean, nothing was really explained, really. So just by watching Uni's video, it was just kind of up in the air. He was making points, but it was just very one-sided. I was also watching the chat, and this was a live video, of course, and a lot of people that were disagreeing or saying anything or trying to explain was getting deleted immediately. I noticed that, and I mean, there was things that I caught, and I was like, oh, okay, and then you get deleted immediately. So I just thought that was a little weird. Katie was also in the chat, of course, and I mean, pretty much saying, see, these screenshots were fake, I didn't do it, which, okay, she didn't do it. But that doesn't make her completely innocent. At this point in the game, and I feel like this is a game, no one is innocent. they've all said shit about each other. They've all went above and beyond, trolling each other's pages, and just it's a big jumbled up mess. Nobody's innocent. No one. First, it was about just how Katie Joy is, and then how she's been to Leslie, and then, but now at this point, no, nobody has their hands clean, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I mean, I love Leslie Bass. I think she's still definitely my favorite YouTuber, you know, by all means. And I still think she's not really done anything. I mean, she may have trolled some pages or something, unless anybody else has got some further evidence of something that she's done so horribly bad. I don't know. I mean, and Katie Joy bringing up that charges on her and crap, like, why? Why did you go digging around for that? Like, what are you trying? Are you trying to prove something? People make mistakes. I just don't understand why that was irrelevant to any of this, but it's just now anybody's just trying to pull up anything on anyone just to get a story out there, to get viewers, I feel. And for Uni, I mean, he jumped ship, so that kind of made me iffy about the whole thing. And then now he's on Katie's side, and he'll defend Katie, and then they're friends, and then they're in each other's chats, and he's got a lot of viewers based on Katie's audience now, and she had the biggest audience base. I'm sorry. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I feel like it does. No offense to Uni or anything. I'm trying to completely look at it as not on a side, but logical and the truth and how I view it myself. You know, sipping tea with me, Joe. She is a good source. She gets on there. She speaks her mind of what she thinks. Like, you can tell, like, she's definitely in it for her friends. She wants to make sure, like, Leslie's name isn't getting tarnished or trashed in a way that it has been, and she just wants to get to the bottom of things. I honestly feel like she does. She really touches base with her audience. She'll talk to anybody and everybody that will come into her chat, and she's actually you know, said she really likes my page, and has called me out a couple of times on just so I could get more viewers as well. So, like, I really appreciate Joe, and I like her intake on things. And I can tell with her audience, she's very touch base with them. The whole Uni thing, Uni Rock and her, I mean, I know they got issues between the two of them, but in my opinion, Joe never did want to start anything with Uni. It did kind of concern her at first that he just kind of jumped ships, and she was trying to figure out what was going on, but then it turned into Uni kind of dogging Joe in a way. Like, he has anybody that's not in his favor or on his side or sees things his way, like, he calls out or says something about them, and it shouldn't be that. But anyway, what an interesting thing happened to me the other day. So after I was watching Uni's video about the girl who had messaged Katie, apologized, and then left the voice clips, I honestly didn't know what to think. I was like, well, you know, that's I don't know why this girl just all of a sudden up and went off on Katie for no reason. It's kind of crazy. I mean, maybe she's got some crazy people after her after all. I mean, doesn't change the fact that I don't like Katie, but I don't know. Well, then I had a message from one of my sources, one of my friends that knew the girl that messaged Katie, and told me that there was so much more to the story. At that point, I was kind of iffy about it, thinking, I don't know if I want to touch this or not, because what else? I mean, what could it have led to get this girl so mad to go off on Katie like that? Is it even worth looking into? Or is this girl just some crazy person that just went off on Katie? Like, I didn't know. Like, I don't know anything that's going on. I don't know this person. But anyway, I was talking to one of my sources, and she really did think I needed to look into things. And I said, okay, I was open to it. Because at this point, I'm not on anyone's side. Like I said, I'm a big Leslie fan. I don't think anybody's hands are clean at this point. I think all the parties have something that they've done to the other. So just like you all, the viewers, I'm a viewer too, and it's just so damn confusing now. It's annoying. So started looking into some of these messages, and I actually spoke to the girl that went off on Katie in Uni's video, that if anybody's watched, and she might want to, I might want to interview her. I think that would be a good idea. I would like to get her side of the story out. There's things that she has talked to me about and sent me that really does explain a lot of things and how it got to that point. How it got to where the fact that she went off on Katie. See, nobody ever seen that side of the story because it wasn't told on Uni's video. But there is more to it, and not that I'm saying she's in the right or Katie's in the right or Uni's in the right, but everybody's story in this is getting jumbled up and mixed up and spun, and the narrative is getting crazy. But at this point, don't you think everybody should be heard? I mean, if you had a conversation with someone and it didn't turn out right at the end, and that person went and told your family, your friends, only what you said, one portion of what you said, but didn't say how it led there, and then your people came to you and said, well, what the hell, what happened between you and this person? I heard this, I heard that, but you didn't hear the whole story. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Everybody deserves for the story to get heard. But anyways, guys, what I want to do is get Quality on here and have her explain her side of the story, of why things led to the way they were with Katie, and the screaming fit of messages that she had left and how it got there. And for people that are kind of just judging her on that, thinking she's crazy or all this stuff, if you just listened to her, maybe you'd understand how it got there and why she went off. But I do believe that her story needs to be heard, and I'm inviting her to do an interview with me, and I will post it on YouTube, so you all would like to hear it. If you all think that's a good idea, let me know if you're interested. I'm trying to respect her as much as possible and give her the space and the time of when she wants to do it, because ever since that was released, she's had a lot of hate for it. And could you imagine, and especially when she feels kind of like, well, one side was told, and then the voice clippings made her seem crazy. And I honestly thought that too, to be honest. And I was like, wow, this person's just going off on Katie, like, what the heck? But I didn't see the other side because it was never told, but until I talked to her. there is a lot more to it, you guys. Like, you just wouldn't believe. And Katie spins it, and Uni spins it to where Katie comes out golden every single time. Like, yeah, this is what happened to her. This is what happened to her. Not how it got there. Not how it got to that point. And I think it's really important for it to be told. So that's what I want to do. I want to invite her on. And I hope you all do listen. I mean, you all have your own opinions just like me. You all may agree with her, may not. But at least you all will get to hear a side that wasn't told yet. And I do think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to go and make dinner for my kids. And think I'm going to message her, Quality, and see when she wants to do this and have her on. Just let me know if you all think that's a good idea, because I value my subscribers and I want to know what you all think. So if you haven't subscribed and like my channel, please subscribe. If you want to know when I go on, just ring the little bell or ding the little bell, push the little bell, I don't know, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But I would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much. Bye.